Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're exploring a historical narrative that completely flips our conventional understanding of power and leadership. We're looking at the life, the character, and the truly defining decision of Hasan ibn Ali. May Allah be pleased with him. We're going to see how his incredible actions during a deeply volatile time redefined the very concept of true strength. This isn't just history, you guys. It's a profound lesson in human character. So what actually makes a leader truly strong? Take a second to really think about your own definition. Usually when we think of strong leaders, especially back in history, we picture warriors, right? We picture conquerors, people who cling to authority, win battles, and just crush their opposition. We kind of equate strength with holding on to power at absolutely all costs, never backing down from a fight. But the source material we're examining today presents a fascinating paradigm shift. It asks us to consider that maybe, just maybe, ultimate strength looks entirely different from what we've always been taught.
Section 1. The Beloved Grandson.
Hasan was the beloved grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Our source paints this beautiful picture of him as a youth, walking peacefully beside his grandfather in Medina under his loving gaze. And it specifically highlights three core traits he was inherently known for: kindness, patience, and just a profoundly noble character. I mean, this wasn't your standard royal or aristocratic upbringing. This was a man whose entire persona was built on empathy and deep moral fortitude right from day one. And you're going to want to keep these specific traits in mind, especially patience and kindness, because they are literally the primary tools he relies on to navigate a massive historical crisis.
Section 2. A time of division. The stakes during this time, they absolutely could not have been higher. There was this looming, very real fear of conflict and bloodshed. And to be clear, this wasn't just some polite political debate or a minor administrative disagreement. No way. This was a fractured community standing on the absolute brink of disaster. People genuinely, terrifyingly feared that this intense division was heading straight toward a devastating loss of life. You can imagine, the tension was just palpable, and the fate of the entire community was resting on a knife's edge.
Section 3. Choosing peace over power.
Now, what's really interesting about this dilemma is the stark choice Hasan faced. On one side, you have his personal authority, but it comes alongside the absolute threat of bloodshed. And on the other side, the welfare of the Ummah and keeping the community united. Think about it. He was in a position of authority. He had loyal followers. He absolutely could have fought tooth and nail to maintain his power, but the cost on that first side would have been the lives of innocent people. Instead, he weighed his own personal power directly against the community's safety. It was a real-time choice: hold on to status or protect the people.
So how did he actually resolve this? Let's walk through the mechanics of his radical solution. Step 1, he clearly saw the division. He didn't ignore it. He didn't pretend the tension wasn't bubbling over. Step 2, he made the active, conscious choice to prioritize Muslim lives over his own status. And Step 3, he calmly addressed the people and agreed to a peace settlement. By taking these exact steps, he actively relinquished his own authority just to ensure peace. It was a calculated, incredibly selfless, and protective move. A real game changer.
Section 4. The Prophecy Fulfilled.
Allah would bring reconciliation between two great groups of Muslims. Now, this is amazing. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had actually said these exact words regarding Hasan years before. And through Hasan's incredible actions, through his total willingness to step down and choose peace over pride, the Prophet's words were beautifully realized. He successfully brought together and united a fractured, terrified community, exactly as it was prophesied.
And you know what? Because of this, his choice to step down didn't diminish his legacy in the slightest. Actually, it did the exact opposite. He became this enduring historical symbol of two distinct things: wisdom, for knowing exactly when to step back and look at the bigger picture, and mercy, for sparing the lives of the people. By losing the political battle on purpose, he won a massive moral victory that is literally echoed through history.
Let's move to Section 5 and see how this builds. Redefining true strength.
Strength is not only in victory. Really, just think about that for a second. Hasan taught us that ultimate power isn't about crushing your opponent or always coming out on top in a fight. His deliberate refusal to fight, his absolute self-control in the face of immense pressure and division, that was his ultimate display of strength. It takes far, far more internal power and resilience to walk away from authority for the sake of peace than it does to just fight for it out of mere pride.
So, the crucial point is this new definition of true strength: choosing peace when it benefits the Ummah and prioritizing collective welfare over personal authority. This right here is the completely new standard of leadership Hasan modeled for the world.
It's a profound realization that sometimes the strongest, most courageous thing you can possibly do is let go of your own power to protect the very people you're supposed to be leading.
And this brilliantly illustrates a powerful directive from the Quran, chapter 49, verse 10, "The believers are but brothers, so make peace between your brothers." Hasan didn't just make a smart strategic political choice, he enacted this exact divine directive. He looked at a dangerously fractured society, recognized them fundamentally as his brothers, and consciously chose to make peace.
When we distill this entire narrative down, we're left with these three immense pillars, the greatest qualities of a believer: unity, patience, and reconciliation. And these aren't just historical footnotes or passive words. They are active, dynamic qualities. Hasan used patience to endure a volatile situation. He chose reconciliation over conflict, and ultimately, he achieved unity. These are the tools of true, lasting strength that benefit absolutely everyone.